I'm super thrilled about today's conversation because I am chatting with somebody who's an Ayurvedic Vaidya, who is a pranic healer and a researcher committed to holistic healing and evidence based integrative medicine. She is currently serving as a senior research fellow and consultant at the Central Ayurvedic Research Institute, Bangalore. She has presented several scientific papers at national and international conferences, winning Best Paper awards. She's committed to integrating Ayurveda and Pranic healing to help as many people as possible. And she's also the founder of Tatvam Health Hub. I am thrilled to get into this conversation with Dr. Vinushree M.K.S. So let's get into this actionable conversation. Hello, Dr. Vinushree.
Hi, Padan.
Thank you so much for taking the time today.
Thank you for inviting me. I have watched the previous episodes of Actionables and it's coming out very well. And I appreciate what you're doing.
I think a great place to start would be, could you tell me about how you got into pranic healing and being into Ayurveda as well?
I am very keen in the research field where I want to integrate Ayurveda and pranic healing. So, to begin with, my journey started after my PU when I wanted to do something related to medicine or something related to healthcare. So, I wanted, basically, I wanted to do something in the field of psychology where I can contribute to the better mental health of people, because in my childhood I have seen most of the people surrounding me in my family and my neighborhood and also my friends and their families, the most important issue is people struggle with mental health and people don't know what to do. So I was very interested in finding solution for such mental health problems. So I wanted to do BSc or MSc in psychology and do PhD in that. Luckily I got into the field of Ayurveda and everything changed. It was not in my fate or it was not in my goal to become an Ayurveda doctor, but Ayurveda chose me. It all started there when I started learning about the basic concepts of Ayurveda. In medicine, we study anatomy, physiology, pathology, microbiology, and all the other aspects. But in Ayurveda, the fundamental concepts are very different. We focus on dosha, dhatu, and mala. These are the basic components which makes our body. They're vata, pitta, kapha. Many of us have heard these words from our elders and
Yes.
also the traditional practitioners, calling your pitta is imbalanced or your kapha is more. So learning about these things and the mind body relationship through the concepts of Ayurveda intrigued me that I should work in this field. And they say traditional medicines don't have evidence based researchers which can prove that they're effective in various diseases. So I wanted to contribute something to the research field where we can give data that these aspects work and they are valid in a quantitative way. So this was there, and it's the blessing of God or the gurus. I got into pranic healing. The area where I was studying, they conducted a pranic healing class. Pranic healing is an energy healing where we study that the fundamental aspect for the entire universe is energy. The energy is followed by the physical world. The state of matter that is present in the energy world or in our energy body is followed by the physical body. And I learned that physical body gets the disease when the energy body is not clean, and we can heal it through our hands. We can do the cleansing and energizing of the energy body and heal so many diseases. And the interesting part is where I learned the emotions, the thoughts affect our physical body. Most of the times when we are angry, we feel very hot in our stomach area. When we are irritated, we feel that pricking sensation all our body. And even when we are very depressed, we feel like a heavy, like it's like when our body is dipped in water, that heaviness is felt when we are depressed. So these emotions are nothing but energies, and these emotions can be healed, can be changed into positive thought forms. That's when I started working in research, integrating Ayurveda and pranic healing in my clinical studies. And this has been my whole journey, and now I work as a senior research fellow in a central government hospital. It's a research institute called Central Ayurveda Research Institute. It's placed in Bangalore, and it is the main branch of the Ministry of Ayush or CCRAS, which is especially dedicated to the research in Ayurveda field. And I'm also a part of World Pranic Healing Foundation India Research Center, where we integrate pranic healing practices like cleansing, energizing, and energy sensation with the body types. The Ayurveda body type, we say Vata Prakriti, Pitta Prakriti, and Kapha Prakriti, and also the effect of meditation on twin heart and the effect of pranic healing on various diseases as a complementary therapy.
That is very interesting, Dr. Vinushree. Could you talk about what myths are there in today's traditional setup, like in terms of medicine? Ayurveda is known to work slowly vis-a-vis the more popular Western medicine, I should say, that where people want quick results or instant gratification. So,
Yeah.
was that a challenging issue for you? Do you face that with your clients? We want something like a quick fix now.
The main thing that is happening nowadays, yeah, people always say Ayurveda is slow, but I say people come to Ayurveda very lately, in the later stages of the disease, when people, like person, gets a lower backache or the stomach pain or acidity, so he pops up a pill so that there'll be instant relief. He doesn't think of what caused him the pain or what is the reason behind the pain. He doesn't think of that, or he does not undergo any diagnostic measures which has caused the pain. So he just pops up anti-acidity pill or the NSAIDs or the painkillers. So he gives an instant relief. After, in a long run, when even the painkillers are not working, then he turns towards the complementary medicines or traditional medicines. He comes to Ayurveda seeking for help for the same lower backache that he has been suffering since many years. When he comes to Ayurveda so late, and how can he expect the result in 1 or 2 days? It's like instant pain relief. Whatever that gets reduced instantly, when the cause is not treated or the root reason is not treated, it will come back again. Ayurveda focuses on treating the cause, or the root cause of the disease is being tackled in Ayurveda. So that takes time, and there are multiple researches and there are multiple studies that shows that Ayurveda is strong, like it is faster. We can give quicker results in Ayurveda when it is tackled properly. What I said about Vata Pitta Kapha, when they are tackled properly and we know what is the condition and where the problem is, when they are given with proper targeted medicines, and there are multiple herbo mineral medicines which give instant pain relief, instant disease curing. Such examples are there. But in general, Ayurveda seems slow because people come to Ayurveda very lately. They have been suffering from 5 to 6 years or even 10, 20 years of rheumatoid arthritis, and they come to us and they want instant relief. They'll be taking steroid medicines, hormonal pills for so many years, and that has caused so many other side effects. Ayurveda is all about balancing the dosha, dhatu, and mala. It's not only the pain relief or the instant infection reduction. It's not just one thing. We'll be addressing the whole issue, the whole body as one entity. So it takes time. And when people come to us as a fresh case, when someone is having proper acidity or acid pain, they come to us, that can be cured in 1 or 2 days or even within half an hour or 1 hour. And even when there is thyroid, freshly diagnosed thyroid case, or even PCOD, even for that matter diabetes and hypertension, we can cure them very easily if they come to us first. If they are a fresh case, we can treat them very easily and very fastly. So I say Ayurveda is not slow. People come to Ayurveda in a slower pace.
Right. So, why do you think, Dr. Vinushree, that is? Because since India as a culture, like we have so many grandma's recipes, or we have so many recipes or ingredients in our kitchen that are readily available to start utilizing at home first. So, why do you
Yes.
think that barrier is still there that people come to Ayurveda later? Is it a lack of information, or is it resistance, or is it some sort of preconceived notion in one's mind that Ayurveda takes time?
As you rightly said, Pedan, it is that we think Ayurveda is in our kitchen. Most of the people, when they suffer from any disease, they just try to get any home remedy that is possible. If they have cough, they just eat 2, 3 tulsi leaves or mix it with honey or salt, they'll eat it. And if they have any acidity or gas pain, they just make some kashaya out of the spices and drink it. And people, when they have constipation, they just take jeera water and they feel relaxed for some time. So people think Ayurveda is in their kitchen. Yes, of course, all the kitchen ingredients are the products of Ayurveda. We can use them as medicines, but they are not the only medicine. There are hundreds of other herbs, hundreds of other mineral drugs, and there are procedures, purificatory procedures called Panchakarma in Ayurveda. So, people, when they think about Ayurveda, they say drinking the vegetable juice or juices made up out of any green leafy vegetables, or taking of the powders of any spices, that is Ayurveda. But you don't know what the condition is. You don't know what the dosha levels are in the body. And you don't know what dosha to target. If there is some vata disorder in the body and you are giving the kitchen home remedy that is targeting pitta, obviously you won't find result. So when you come to an Ayurveda doctor, they give you medicines which are prepared out of many other herbal and mineral products. So that will be a good approach for any diseases. So people think they know Ayurveda. Of course, they know Ayurveda from our elders, from our grandmothers. With all the home remedies, we know Ayurveda, but we don't know what medicines should be given in what condition. Even for simple constipation, there are different powders, there are different oils that are available, there are different kashayams that are available, and there are tablets. We don't know for what type of constipation what type of medicine should be given. So people think they know Ayurveda and Ayurveda is in their kitchen. That's why they don't approach to Ayurveda doctors, and it is very difficult situation where people don't want to follow lifestyle changes. They don't want to follow diet. They don't want to follow what we say. Like, if I ask you to sleep at 9:30 every day, you'll not come to me again. And if I ask you to give up your favorite curd rice, not to eat it, then you won't come to me again. So people have that notion that going to Ayurveda doctor, they'll cut down all the luxuries of our life, eating nice things, sleeping during daytime, and they want us to exercise daily. They want us to drink the bitter kashayas. So, because of this notion, people don't come to us. The one who follow what we say are having good results in their diseases. And it's not only about the diseases, the quality of their life improves. It's not only the physical health, we also have like the productivity, the energy levels, everything matters. So these simple changes, when the people are ready to adopt, we need that attitude in people. So they should see Ayurveda doctors as a lifestyle coach. They should listen to them on what to eat. They should listen to them how much physically active they should be. They should also listen to them at what time they should go to sleep. Everything matters because the doshas will be fluctuating throughout the day. When doshas are in balance, we'll be healthy. When there is fluctuation, obviously there will be one or the other diseases. So it's better to keep them under control through our lifestyle. Giving medicines is very easy, but we cannot take medicines for our whole life. We'll have to adopt to the nature's rhythm and body's rhythm so that it will be easy for us in the long run.
So you think that the one of the biggest resistances that people come across is because they look at Ayurveda as something, like you rightly said, like a lifestyle change. It is not just about popping a medicine, because it is going to take time, because the person first needs to be open enough to make the lifestyle changes that are required.
I can give you one example. When there is hypothyroidism, there are multiple medicines available for that, and usually doctors prescribe you Thyronorm. So it's just the alternative for your thyroid hormone, will be giving external hormonal supply. But can you believe me if I say we can treat hypothyroidism without any medicines? We can normalize it and we don't need any medicines for it. Simply by dietary changes and lifestyle changes, and including yoga and pranayama in our daily life, we can treat hypothyroidism and even diabetes. We can reverse diabetes. People think taking medicines is very easy. They don't need to adopt the lifestyle or make changes in their diet. So, taking insulin, they may think they can eat everything. Taking thyroid medicines, they can eat anything or they can do anything. But that's not the way we should be living, because the quality of life that will be deteriorating when we are taking medicines. It's like For pain, we'll be taking one medicine. For diabetes, the other. Hypertension, one more medicine. And if we have headache, we'll be taking another medicine. And to maintain all this, we'll be taking one acidity medicine also. It's like a bundle of medicines taking it every day. And what will be the condition of the patient after 5 to 10 years? What will be the condition of their kidneys and liver? They have to process the medicine. No, it's not like you take the medicine and it starts working. So we may feel the temporary relief, but in the long run, to improve the quality of life, it is better to adopt to Ayurveda lifestyle and live a holistic life.
I want to go back to what you said earlier, Dr. Vinushree, about diseases when they manifest in the physical body. What you mentioned about pranic healing, they first manifest in the energy body. Could you talk a little bit about that? Because a lot of people just believe that the physical manifestation of a disease is happening in the physical body. But
Yeah.
we know that as pranic healers, we know that it actually starts in the energy body. So could you talk a little bit about that, please?
I just want to start with an example where we'll be feeling very low, we'll be feeling very down, very irritated, we don't want to eat anything. That's when we know that fever is about to come, I may fall sick. That feeling everyone have experienced. This is nothing but this is the perfect example where we can say disease comes to energy body first, then it comes to the physical body. Even in cold or cough, we'll be feeling that discomfort in our throat, or we'll be feeling heaviness of our head, and after 1 or 2 days there'll be cold or cough. So this is a pure example where disease comes to energy body first and then comes to the physical body. And as I said, the all the anger, depression, irritation, stress, everything is energy, and they'll be stored in our the energy body. So we will be storing these emotions and these stress for so many long years, and they will affect the physical body. And pranic healing, even in Ayurveda, we say there are panchakosha. This theory is also there in yoga also. We say there is Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, and Anandamaya Kosha. Annamaya Kosha is the physical body. We are working on it and we are feeding food for it and it will be healthy. Pranamaya Kosha is the energy body which is surviving through prana or life energy. We hear Tai Chi, right? Chi is the life energy. So Tai Chi is a practice where energy is used. Even Qi Kung and even acupressure and acupuncture also uses prana. And there are multiple examples where we have heard Reiki, a type of energy healing, which has shown improvements in their physical or emotional health. So all these are the energy aspects where people will be working on our energy body. Ayurveda says the Pranamaya Kosha is the main entity for the health of the physical body, or Annamaya Kosha. I said no, Vata Pitta Kapha, the prominent type of dosha that controls the entire body, the physical, anatomical, and psychological aspects is Vata. In Vata, the predominant dosha is called Pranavayu or Pranavata, which will be controlling all our actions like our movements, our respiration, our digestion, elimination, absorption, and also the functioning of our sense organs, everything. Basically, pranavayu is the important thing that we will be addressing in pranic healing. So, as I said, fever comes to energy body first, then it affects the physical body. So, pranic healing is a technique where we can treat the disease before it affects the physical body. It's like a preventive aspect. When we keep our energy body clean, our physical body won't be affected. And we have multiple researches where we say stress induced hyperacidity and depression induced obesity, and even overthinking causes hyperthyroidism or hypothyroidism, and low self esteem or negative attitude towards sex causes infertility. All these are called psychosomatic diseases, where there is a psychological aspect that will be affecting the somatic body or the physical body. So, all these diseases can be tackled by healing the energy body. If we remove the cause of the disease, thus that the negative emotions, there will be no disease. I'd like to say the PCOD and infertility that is the most burning issue today is because of the negative attitude towards sex, one, and the trauma that most of the females face during their childhood or during their adolescence, and also all the negative energies that are present around us about the sexuality, about the female physical appearance, and also the low self esteem associated with it. So, PCOD and infertility can be treated if this psychological aspect is handled. By acting on the energy body, we can treat so many physical diseases. This is what we practice in this is what I practice in my pranic healing or the Ayurveda practice. I give medicines to the patients. Along with the medicines, I also heal them so that the root cause of the disease is also addressed, and the patient who will become better in 3 months or 6 months will be fine by 1 month or 2 months. So we can reduce the duration of medicines or the duration of healing with pranic healing and Ayurveda, integrating both together.
This makes so much sense, Dr. Vinushree, because I can speak for myself that for years I struggled with obesity and I also had
Mm.
PCOD challenges. It was only post practicing pranic healing and yoga practices and, making those lifestyle changes, like you said, that I could see the difference, because up till then I was blaming my work. Up till then I was
Yes,
blaming stress, outside stress. And I used to think that that is the result that was affecting my health. But like you
yes,
rightly said, first it is our energy body that gets affected. Okay.
yes.
So this brings me to your effort about starting Tatwam Hub. So could you speak about how you started it and what was your inspiration behind it?
I was studying in Mysore. I did my post graduation in Mysore. It's a famous city in Karnataka where we have Mysore Palace and there is famous Jambu Savari and all. So, what I have observed is whatever the knowledge I have, I can only share it to the patients that come to my OPD and the patients that I consult. But it is the knowledge that has to be given to everyone, no? Because over 100%, almost 90% of the people have one or the other disease, and most of them struggle from mental health issues. And social media is such a powerful platform where we can reach people who are in need of such complementary therapies or the right information. Now, in this era of internet, we are bombarded with so many information. Like everyone speaks about nutrition, everyone speaks about yoga, and everyone speaks about holistic health. And there are so many psychological educators, health educators, but people don't know what to follow because they don't know what is right. Some people say eat chapati, it is good for diabetes. Some people say don't eat chapati, and people say curd is very good, it's a best prebiotic or probiotic. And some people say don't eat curd, it is very dangerous or harmful to health. So if I ask you, if you have thyroid, I ask you to eat horse gram every day, you'll ask me why I should eat horse gram every day. Doesn't it cause bloating to me? Is it not unhealthy to eat it every day? So, this is the era of science. People ask the reason or the research behind it. So, I wanted to build a platform where we can give evidence based explanation for Ayurveda and also pranic healing. It's an energy healing, no? People may ask, where is the energy? I don't see it. I don't feel it. How can I believe that moving your hands can heal me? People ask question. So that's when I started to build the platform Tatvam, which is the education hub where we give information about health, and we also provide service in health, pranic healing, and also people who want to continue or learn about research. I want to educate them in the right way to do the research, because doing research in traditional medicine and the alternate medicine or pranic healing is very difficult, because bringing quantitative change and showing it on paper is difficult. So I want the people to follow the right methodology so that uh, good papers can be brought out, good papers can be published, where the medical community applies or they agree that Ayurveda works, pranic healing works, and they are the best treatment modalities for treating the lifestyle disorders and also the psychosomatic disorders, as I said. So, Tatvam focuses on Ayurveda, pranic healing, and research. where we give authentic information on what is right, and we also tell why it is right, why it should be followed. And it is an easy accessible to most of the youngsters, because if we treat people in their adolescent or adulthood, it will be easy for them to live longer. It's not only the goal to live longer, right? We also need to live healthy. The quality of life should be improved. So Tatvam focuses on healing the world by healing ourselves
That is
first.
beautiful, Dr. Vinushree. That is so rightly said that in today's world, we all are bombarded with information. And because we are bombarded with so much information, we are sometimes confused as to what to believe and the authenticity of that information. And that is so inspiring what you're doing with Tatwam. I'd like to ask you about your challenges specifically, because I think my viewers and audience would like to know that since you're on this path, it's not a traditional path, you would say. This is
Yeah.
something that might have brought in criticism. So, could you talk about your challenges with Ayurveda or pranic healing? Have you ever had to face criticism from people close to you? Whether, like you rightly said, that there is not much evidence, quantitative evidence to give for pranic healing is quite difficult. So, could you speak about that challenge of yours?
Yeah. When I started my journey in pranic healing, it was like it's something which cannot be seen, right? People won't believe it. And even I was curious, and I applied and I started healing people. When I started seeing results, then I started believing it. So it's a long journey. So I cannot blame anyone when someone says, this is a pseudoscience, it won't work, we don't see energy, and how can you heal someone? And sitting in my home, how can I heal someone who is in other country? This is the distant healing challenge that we face. So initially it was very difficult for me to establish myself as a pranic healer, and being an Ayurveda doctor is also not easy, because traditionally people study Ayurveda, either they practice or they do their post graduation. Even after post graduation, they either practice Ayurveda or they go with lecturing or they join any college, become a professor. But it's not just our life, no. We can earn money and live a comfortable life, but this is a science which could benefit so many people around us, and so many people are looking for solutions which can make their life easier. So it was very difficult for me when I chose to integrate Ayurveda and pranic healing together, and I wanted to practice, because initially there'll be many challenges, especially financial challenge, like when we want to establish a center, or when we have to have our own setup where we can integrate everything and practice. It is very difficult, but challenges never stopped me. I started with online consultations. I started with online introductory sessions. As pranic healing, we can do distant healings. I started with healing people distantly. I started giving online psychotherapy sessions. And when people started seeing results, Tatvam has grown into a well established online platform where people can consult me for Ayurveda. And I also give, even today, I don't have a physical center. I don't have a physical hospital, because it it when I can help more people through online, I don't need to have a physical center here. When I have a center, I can help only the people surrounding me. But when it is an online platform, it's a wonderful opportunity that I can reach to people even in remote areas. And people, uh, in today's era, it is very difficult for us to travel and consult someone and spend a whole day on consultation. It's very difficult. So even it is feasible for my patients to consult me online. Even I send them medicines through courier. I do distant pranic healing. I can connect to them online face to face and talk to them, give them counseling, therapy. So the challenges will always be there. We'll have to find the way. As my guru says, we have to be like water. Water never stops. It keeps flowing even then when there is a rock, even when there is mud, even when there is giant forest in front of it. It just flows. So my mantra is to be like water and adapt. When the situations are difficult, you should not stop. You should find one or the other way and continue what you are doing. And when we focus on the limitations, when we focus on the challenges, we see the challenges as a big bundle of rocks. But if we see them like they are something that is expecting me to improve, or which is expecting me to standardize more, then it is an area where we can grow much higher.
That is beautifully said, Dr. Vinushree. This brings me to our final questions. First, I want to ask you, do you have any suggestion for somebody who is working, who is over stressed out, and a typical working professional who has over identified with their job
Yeah.
and career, and their health is taking the beating for it? Could you offer some words of encouragement or some practice could you suggest that they could start doing which will heal their energy body first before they make any lifestyle changes?
Three things I would like to advise to all the people who are running behind success, running behind money, and that self worth when it is associated with the job or the position that they have. The three things are to maintain your energy body cleaner. Simple thing you can do is to take salt water bath every day. Salt. Our grandmothers used to do this nazar utarna with salt, because salt has the capacity to absorb negative energy. So you can just use Epsom salt, or any salt for that matter. You can add lavender oil to it and use it for salt bath. After your regular bath, you just apply salt all over your body and wash it with water. This is one thing. Second thing is rhythmic breathing pattern. Vata dosha or prana vayu is the important vayu which controls the physical, emotional, and functional aspects of our body. We cannot control our emotions. It's very, very, very difficult. So it is the easiest way to control our breathing pattern. So these are two, they are interlinked. So if you control your breathing, your mind automatically calms down. So when you're stressed, or when you're irritated, even when you are
Yes.
exhausted from work, you make a habit to do pranic breathing or the rhythmic abdominal breathing. Deep abdominal breathing for 10 minutes helps you to calm down to it. There is parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system, no? So you can balance this through rhythmic breathing. There are multiple studies that has shown very good result, even in like PTSD, post traumatic stress disorder. All these conditions, breathing is the main thing that everyone should follow. So the first one is saltwater bath. Second one is controlling the breathing, which is the easiest way to control mind. And the third one is journaling. Best way to put out or give a vent to your stress is journaling. You don't need to show it to anyone. You don't need to read it again. You just write it, write it, write it. So better out than in. No, don't keep it inside. Don't pent up your emotions. Just let it out. Journal it. You burn it, or you destroy it. You throw it in the dustbin. But you journal. You write your thoughts down, even the positive thoughts and the negative thoughts. You don't need to keep anything in your body. You don't carry heavy weights when you're trekking mountains, no? You keep it lighter. The same way, when you want to grow higher, you should let your baggage down by journaling. These are the three things will keep you emotionally, physically, and energetically very healthy.
Thanks for sharing that, Dr. Vinushree. I think the next question I would continue asking is with working professionals, their stress life, these practices are going to help them. What is something that they can do on a regular basis besides these three things, which they could start doing to change their lifestyle? So, in terms
Yeah.
of, you earlier said that people are reluctant towards Ayurveda or even pranic healing is because they're not open enough to make lifestyle changes. So, what would you
Yes.
say to them? Not necessarily a practice, but what advice could you give to these people who are reluctant or not open enough to making changes?
It's not very difficult to live a healthy life. In today's era, we have been living such a comfortable life. We get everything we want to eat. We can go anywhere we want to go. And we can even spend our whole day on bed because we have that work from home luxury. So, people think that it is very difficult to live a healthy life. But no, simple thing that they can adopt to be healthy is, the first thing is to eat only when they are hungry. Your body asks when it is hungry, it asks for food. When it is thirsty, it asks for water. So focus on your body's what your body is asking, and give only when your body asks. You don't go to washroom whenever you feel like, right? You only go when there is an urge. The same way, only when there is hunger you should eat. We have an habit that we have coffee in the morning, then we have breakfast, then at 11 o'clock we have some snacks, then at lunchtime we have lunch, in the evening we go out on a chat spree, we eat nicely, then we come back, we eat again, at night we watch some movie and we eat again. It's like
Yeah.
giving continuously. What should be the status of your gut if you're eating continuously? Even the mixer grinder needs rest. So, what about our gut? So, the first thing is, eat only when you're hungry. You don't give your washing machine, you don't put clothes 3 to 4 times in a single day to your washing machine, right? Then why would you do it to your body? You keep your vehicle so healthy, like you give it for service every now and then, you wash it every day, you clean it, you give the nice like the unleaded petrol to it, because you want it to be, it should come for a long run. Why don't you do it to your body? Don't you want your body to live for 100 years? At least if you're living for 60 years, don't you want you to be healthy? So the first thing is, eat only when you're hungry. Second, you spend 30 minutes of your day on yourself. You work out, or you go for a walk, you do yoga, you do pranayam, you do anything. That 30 minutes is for your health. You do something for yourself. Even people who will be living alone in their home, they don't cook for themselves because they're only one person, they don't want to cook for themselves. But you are doing such a stressful job, you are struggling in your life. Why? You are earning so much money to live a comfortable life, no? So cook nice food, eat nice food. I'm not asking you to like leave everything, eat only ganji or something. Nothing like that. You make tasty food. There are hundreds of options for healthy food now. So eat healthy. You spend 30 minutes of the day on yourself. You do something. Even going for a walk or even doing some pranayama will help you. So eating only when you're hungry, uh, doing exercise like 30 minutes of your day for yourself, and go to sleep on time. Disturbed circadian rhythm is the main cause for most of the lifestyle disorders and most of the hormonal issues. Most of the infertility patients, if we ask them, 70% of them will be doing night duty, night shift works. So, how can you expect your body to be normal when you're putting it on stress? When the sun is rising, we have to get up. When the sun is setting, we have to give rest to our body because the metabolism stops. If you're awake the whole night, even if you're doing night shift works for continuous 3 4 years, you will end up in arthritis, you will end up in diabetes. And there are so many software engineers who come to us and says, yeah, we have been doing night shift works and we have been getting up, like there is night out thing is there, and we get up all night, will be active, will be roaming around. All these things on one or other day is fine. Even I do, I go for night outs and I enjoy. Sometimes it's fun, but keeping it a regular habit will affect your body. So, eat only when you're hungry, give 30 minutes to yourself, and sleep on time. When your body needs rest, you should give rest. If you don't give rest to your body when it is needed, then it will take up some months of your life in the hospital. You don't want to do that, and you don't want to spend all of your savings on some hospital to get well. So these are the three things that you have to follow, even if you are working, even if you are an enthusiast in your job.
That's amazing, Dr. Vinushree. Thank you so much for sharing those practices. I'm sure if people start using them, they will be better for it. I have one final question for you, Dr. Vinushree. What is that one hill that you would love to die on? What is that one thing that you can talk about for the rest of your life to help others? What is that one thing that you would love to do?
I would like to say it is the energy, the prana. The prana is the one thing that I could talk my entire life. I want make I want to make people understand this concept of energy so that it makes their life better. Most of the people struggle in the value of their sorrow, sadness, and stress because they don't know the concept of energy. Learning about energy is the one thing that has changed my life, and I want to change as many lives as possible so that their quality of life improves. We will get good physical health, emotional health, and also will be prosperous and successful in life. Today, whatever I am is because I understood the concept of energy, and whatever I will achieve in my future, and all the things that I'm getting now, all uh, the gadgets I use, the salary I get, everything is based on the law of energy. We say law of attraction, right? So everything works on energy, and this is the one thing that I can die about. I can talk about it my whole life, and I want to talk about it my whole life.
That is so incredibly inspiring, Dr. Vinushree. With that, thank you so much for joining me for this incredible conversation. I learned so much. I appreciate you so much for taking out the time to have this chat and conversation with me. Thank you so much for your time. Before I let you go, where can people connect with you? Could you tell us where they can connect with you?
Yeah. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. And as I said, it's a wonderful platform where we can exchange our perspectives on life, perspective that has changed our life and which has an impact on others' lives also. So it's a beautiful initiative, and I really appreciate you for this. Thank you for inviting me. And I have an online platform called Tatvam Health Hub where we offer Ayurveda consultations, pranic healing consultations, and research consultations. I am the founder of Tatvam Health Hub. We provide online consultations, and also we send medicines to your home. And there is therapeutic diet and yoga treatments that are available. You can consult me and book an online session to get individualized diet for your disease conditions. Or even if you want to lose weight or gain weight, you can get the diet chart prepared. And we conduct online introductory sessions on pranic healing. We conduct wellness sessions on meditations and mental health and office stress management in Tatvam Health Hub. It's a platform where you will get the overall package of health. It has yoga, it has diet, it has Ayurveda, it has pranic healing, and it has mental health uh, awareness also. So, pranic psychotherapy is a wonderful tool to come out of your addictions, come out of your depression, even suicidal tendencies. So, we offer all these aspects in Tatvam. Tatvam means the truth. It is the truth that we are trying to find through research. It is the truth of Ayurveda knowledge that I am trying to propound to the world. And it is the truth, the ultimate truth that everything is energy. So Tatvam is the path for holistic wellness. You can connect me at Instagram, Tatvam Health Hub.
Thank you so much again, Dr. Vinushree. So that does it for this incredible episode. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit me up and let me know about what you thought about this conversation. I would love to hear from you. You can connect with Dr. Vinushree on Tatwam Health Hub online, and you can connect with me on Instagram at Life Coach Payton or Goals with Payton. Till next week, remember, you matter, your goals matter, and it's really up to you to make them happen. Take good care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon.